Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. I am a military spouse and I'm also a mom to a beautiful 2-year-old girl. And today I want to talk a little bit about motherhood and my experience just coming into motherhood and how motherhood has been for me. If you have seen any of my previous videos, our family is currently stationed in Rota, Spain, and I hope to just share, my life and things that I enjoy on my channel. So if you are enjoying my videos or if this is your first time, please consider subscribing and liking this video. So let's just jump into it. I'm gonna be probably looking down a little bit. I may also be taking a few sips of water. I just came in from taking my daughter to the park and I'm just a little parched, so bear with me. So I would like to just start by saying that I have always known that I wanted to be a mom. I don't know, I don't really remember a time when I didn't really envision myself being a mom. It's just something that has always meant a lot to me. And so when me and my husband decided at the end of 2017 that we wanted to move forward with starting our family, it was something that we both were really, I would say, very intentional about. It wasn't like a whoopsie type of situation. We had been married for a few years and we had gotten to a place where we both were on the same page about starting our family. So we moved forward, and in 2018, after a couple of months of trying, we were able to conceive, and that pregnancy resulted in our daughter. So I'm really grateful for that. I know that so many women, unfortunately suffer with infertility challenges. And I was just this week, I was watching a show, and this woman and her husband, they had to go through IVF, and I don't know, I just got really, really sad because I was just like, wow, like, I'm sure that's a situation that so many women go through. And I was so fortunate and I was so blessed to be able to conceive with my husband without any help, and we conceived within 3 months of trying. So we didn't wait like a long time, and I'm just really grateful for that, because I don't know, quite honestly, if I would have been strong enough to handle that. It's just something that I was honestly very worried about, and because it was my first pregnancy and I hadn't been pregnant before, I was very, very nervous about being able to conceive and also being able to keep my pregnancy. So I was so grateful for that. And so and then just a little bit going through my pregnancy, I had a really good pregnancy. For the most part, I didn't really have any health challenges or anything like that. The only thing I dealt with was like some morning sickness during my first trimester, but as soon as I was in my second semester, all of that went away. But I enjoyed my pregnancy. At the end, it did get kind of like being so pregnant, but really it wasn't really that bad. And so once I gave birth and brought my daughter home, it was kind of a whirlwind. It was literally how people say, you have your baby and you have, the nurses and people helping you at the hospital, and then you just go home and it's just you. And, if you're blessed to have a spouse or a significant other or family around you, you have that. But it was just me and my husband, and neither of us had had a child before. So it was a little bit nerve-wracking. It was very, very scary. I think looking back, I was very, very nervous about doing the right thing or not making a mistake or not doing something that would hurt my child, to the point that in ways I feel that it kind of probably like hurt me in a way, being so concerned about her. I wasn't taking care of myself. I didn't want to leave her. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. Like, really and truly, like, I just felt like, okay, this is my child. It is she is my responsibility. She is the responsibility of me and my husband. So I'm her mom. I need to be there. I need to not miss things. And like I said, I really feel like it hurt me in the end, because I wasn't just doing the things, other than I would get my nails done, but I wasn't, and every now and then I would go get my hair done or something like that, but I wasn't just doing things that I enjoyed. Even when I was on maternity leave, like, I didn't even like just go to like the store if I needed to get something. Or I think one time during the 3 months that I was off, I went and got coffee in the morning with my daughter. But like, that's something that I would do, if I had a day off, or if it was the weekend, I would go get a coffee, or I would go, go to Target, or go, do things. But I wasn't doing those things because I felt like, I have a baby now, I need to be at home with my baby. So that was really tough. And like, slowly but surely, I was able to kind of shake that. And my parents would keep my daughter for like weekends and stuff like that. So that really helped me and helped to kind of alleviate some of those things. Even I'm just thinking about when I went back to work, we decided to put our daughter in daycare because I was going to go back to work after my maternity leave. And I remember on days when I would get off early, or days that I would have like a day off, I would be so, I would just feel so bad. Like, I would be like rushing to go back to pick up my daughter. Like, obviously, like, the daycare that we had her in, they were amazing, and they did a great job, and I know my daughter was comfortable there. They really took great care of my daughter, but I would be like rushing. Like, I would, let's say in the morning, if I had like errands or if I had a doctor's appointment, I would go do that. And then by like 12, by 1 o'clock, like, I would be like, I have to go get my daughter. Like, I can't leave her there all day, because, why would I leave her there all day? Like, I'm home. Like, I need to be with her. I need to be taking care of my daughter, because it's my responsibility. And it was just ridiculous. And looking back, like, I'm paying these people, like, any other day, she would be picked up by, maybe like 4:15, 4:30, because I would usually pick her up after I would get off of work. But it was just crazy. Like, I would just be rushing to go get her because I just felt so guilty for having time to myself. And it really didn't make any sense, but that's just how I felt. Like, I felt that I had to be there. I had to do it. I had to take care of her. And it was just a lot. And it was really, really intense. I felt like it was just too much. So like I said, eventually I kind of shook that and was able to kind of relax and not feel guilty for taking time to myself. Because at the end of the day, as a parent, you need to take care of yourself, because if you are not okay, if you aren't happy and healthy, how are you going to be able to take care of your child? And yes, like, you have to make sure that your child is well and is taken care of, but you need to be 100%, so that they can be 100%. And so that as they grow and as they get older, and when they are adults, and if they decide to move forward and become parents, then they will know how to handle that situation. They will know how to care for not only their child, but care for themselves. And so I think that was a big thing for me, was just realizing that I needed to just calm down and not try to be in control, when I feel like beautiful or eye-opening or transformative moments for me as a mom have been when I just kind of surrender and I just allow moments to happen. And those are usually the moments when I'm like, okay, like, we're doing okay. We're fine. I'm good. She's good. And we're just kind of like in the flow of things. So, but otherwise, I feel like motherhood has been really beautiful. I feel like I have a lot more grace for my mom, slowly but surely. I have a lot more grace for her because I gave birth to my daughter when I was 30. And technically I was considered an older mom, but my mom, by my age, she had already given birth to my older brother, myself, and my younger brother. So my parents, by my age, had 3 kids, you know, a house. Like, they were like, in my mind, like adults. And so I feel like becoming a mom really has given me a new view or a new perspective on my mom, because I can't imagine if I had had 3 children by the time that I was 30. You know, just having my one child at 30 was so, it was just a lot at times. So I can't imagine if I had had 3 children. And at this point, I'm not even sure that I will have another child. You know, we'll see what God has planned for us, but I'm really happy and content with my one child at this point. We'll see what happens, but I think I feel that we might just be one and done, and just to love her and enjoy her. But like I said, it's just given me a really interesting perspective on motherhood for myself and also for my mom, and, you know, has made me think about a lot of things in regards to the dynamic that I have with my mom, and just being a bit more open-minded and offer things that have happened in the past, like a lot more, like I said, a lot more grace and tenderness, because at the end of the day, I know that she was trying her best and doing the best that she could, and because I know that I'm trying my best and doing the best that I could, and I hope that my daughter will have that same level of grace and compassion for me when she's looking back on the way that she was raised, and know that at the very end of the day, that she is so very loved, that she was so very wanted, and that should she decide to become a mother herself one day, that hopefully she'll have a daughter, or, you know, we'll see what the universe has in store for her, but hopefully, like, she'll be able to just know that, like, I did my best as my mom has done her best as her mother did her best. And so I feel like, I don't know, I think that it is really great to see how my daughter is becoming her own person. She's 2, and so she is, man, like, she is a force of nature. Like, she is my little baby phoenix, and she just holds no punches, and she's so fully herself. And I really hope that will always be her personality, that she will always just be this force of nature. And I hope that I, as her mom, will just guide her, because I really think, for me, motherhood is a collaborative experience. And as much as I'm raising her, I really feel like there is a certain amount of her raising me and challenging me and pushing me to be a more thoughtful person, because I thought that I was. And then I come in contact with this energy, this being, and I'm like, oh, you know, I have to be on my A game, because she doesn't allow me to just kind of rest on my laurels. And you would think, or at least I thought, that, like, I wouldn't have that experience until she was much older. But at 2, like, she's not a game. So it's hard, and it's challenging, and it's hard to know what is the right thing, or what I should be doing, or whatever the case may be. But I really can say that each and every day that I'm trying my best to be the best person and hopefully the best mother that I can be. I love my daughter endlessly, and I really love the foundation that we have. Like, I really love our relationship, and though at times I don't get it right, or there are times that even now, like, I apologize to her if I feel that I've done something that isn't the best, or it wasn't when I wasn't in my like full or conscious mind, or even you know, I'm not perfect, and I don't get it right every time. And so I want her to know that as a mom, that I'm not perfect and I don't get it right every time. And I want it to be very natural and very comfortable for her to see me apologizing to her and coming to her and say, hey, you know, Mommy is not perfect. Mommy didn't do that the right way. Mommy didn't say that the right way. And me taking ownership of my, when I don't do something that is in alignment with the type of mom that I want to be, the type of person that I want to be. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly, sometimes. But I'm genuinely trying my best, like I said. And motherhood is a really beautiful thing. It's a really illuminating experience. It has really taught me a lot about who I am, and really made me rethink many things and push me towards, I think, who I want to be in this life. And not to say that that is my daughter's job, but it has definitely been a beautiful 2 years, and I just hope for the rest of my life that she is who she is, and that I will enable her to just be herself in this life. People say to me that she just doesn't have any fear. Like, she's so fearless. She's so fearless. And I just hope that is one of my greatest hopes for her, is that she will just have that for her whole life, because I feel like so much of my life has been wrapped up in fear and doubt, and I feel like if I can offer her nothing else, it will be a life full of fearlessness. So that's how I feel at this moment. That's how motherhood's going for me. And if you are a mom, if you hope to be a mom, if you just are a person who has access to some, you know, young people, like, you know, I just love them. I feel like that's the big thing that people always say, is just love your people, love your kids, and they'll be okay. And I really feel like that, because I felt loved as a child. So I hope that my child will feel loved, and I hope she does feel loved. So if you got to the end, thank you. This is a longer-ish video for me, but I don't want to keep you here too long. But if you enjoyed, like I said, please like, subscribe, and if you have any comments, how's mother going? If you are a mother, how is motherhood going for you? Are you in? Is it hard? Is it, you know, what is it? I think it's so many things. It's hard. It's not in some moments, but I hoped this was a real view of what motherhood is for me, because I like to see videos like this. I think it's helpful, and I want to see more of it, especially women of color, Black women in particular. I really want to see more of this. I will say this as I close: when I searched motherhood on here, most of the videos, at least on the first page that I saw, were white women, and that's great. They deserve to have their voices heard and seen, but I didn't really, again, I just searched motherhood. I didn't see a lot of Black women or women of color, and I want to see that, because I feel like it is important to hear all perspectives and hear all women's realities as they navigate motherhood. So like I said, comment below, let me know how it's going for you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.